The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. Sam Levinson. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Robert Collier. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Robert Collier. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Tim Notke. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Chris Grosser. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. If you're not willing to risk the usual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. Jim Rohn. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind. Be led by the dreams in your heart. Roy T. Bennett. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. Arianna Huffington. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Everything you can imagine is real. Pablo Picasso. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. Do what you can with all you have, wherever you are. Theodore Roosevelt. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Confucius. Do one thing every day that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Napoleon Hill. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Maya Angelou. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. C.S. Lewis. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Charles Kingsley. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Vidal Sassoon. Life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. Roy T. Bennett. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Albert Einstein. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Les Brown. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Colin R. Davis. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughn. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows. Ralph Marston. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. A year from now you may wish you had started today. Karen Lamb. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Arthur Ashe. The best revenge is massive success. Frank Sinatra. There are no limits to what you can accomplish, except the limits you place on your own thinking. Brian Tracy. The harder you work, the luckier you get. Gary Player. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Maya Angelou. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Buddha. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Nikos Kazantzakis. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. To live a creative life, we must lose our fear of being wrong. Joseph Chilton Pierce. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. Chris Grosser. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Vince Lombardi. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. Albert Einstein. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. Jillian Michaels. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua Marine. If you're going through hell, keep going. Winston Churchill. Just don't give up trying to do what you really want to do. Ella Fitzgerald. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. Success is not in what you have, but who you are. Bo Bennett. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Thomas Jefferson. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Confucius. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Albert Schweitzer.